Good morning, Francis Parker School number 23. Today is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. It is a B day. If you are sitting, please stand so we can prepare for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now let's say our powerful pledge. As members of the Francis Parker community, we will be at the top of our game. We will show compassion to those who need it. We will go for the best and not settle for less. We will be kind in what we say and do. We will show respect because we deserve respect. We will take responsibility for our actions and be a positive force in our community because we are the definition of excellence. Good morning, boys and girls. It is Groundhog Day today. That means that the groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, will come out of his little den under the ground, and if he sees his shadow, then he gets scared and goes right back into his den. That means we have 6 more weeks of winter. So, oh my goodness, let's hope he doesn't see his shadow and comes out to the sunshine and winter will be over soon. On top of that, we don't have any birthdays to announce today, but we do have several shout outs. So this morning, we want to highlight from Miss Hesford's class, Beatrice, Brennis, Brent, Camden, Carl, Antoine, Emery, Jackson, Journey, and Nori for completing all Seesaw assignments on Wednesday. Wow, I know that's a lot of work, so way to go. Also, I have several from Miss Boyd. First up, Isaiah for practicing every day for his lessons. Wow, that's a lot of work, I know. Isaiah has been putting in a lot of extra time to learn his music. That's so important. Practice is making everything perfect, right? So very good, Isaiah. We're very proud of you. Next up is Asher for always being prepared and practicing for his lessons. Again, practice makes perfect. Way to go, Asher. And Estes for going above and beyond what is expected for her viola lessons. Always being prepared and practicing her music. Wonderful job. Music is so good for the soul, and practice really does make perfect. And then finally, Tilly for always being ready to learn at lessons. Well, that's awesome. I mean, again, we have to go in ready to learn, and that's what makes us so successful. So way to go, ladies and gentlemen. And now, again, knowing that we are celebrating Black History Month, I have another noted African American that I would like to share with you today. Many of you might not know this, but a lot of our schools are named after important people throughout history, and many of them honor the successes of African Americans from history. And one we're going to talk about today is Mary McLeod Bethune, which school number 45 is named after. Now, Mary McLeod Bethune was one of 17 children born to formerly enslaved people, and she spent the first few years of her life picking cotton with her family so they could buy the land on which they were enslaved in. At age 10, she became the first and only child in the family to go to school, walking miles each way to get there. She understood the importance of education from an early age and did her best to share all of this knowledge with her family. Quote, "The whole world opened to me when I learned to read," Bethune said. After completing her studies, she began to teach, and she spent the rest of her life devoted to the movement for Black education. So she lived on the land that her parents bought from their former owners. That's so important. And you know, as you talk more about people in African American history with your teachers, ask questions, research, find out more. They're wonderful people who have influenced everything that we do today. Now, also, she became a leader in the civil rights movement and our U.S. government. She aspired to help Black Americans all over the country, and she became an important leader in the civil rights movement while she founded her dream college. Amazing. Her activism and her friendship with Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, led to her being named as Director of Negro Affairs for the National Youth Administration in 1936. She was the highest-ranking black woman in the United States government with this title, which is pretty incredible. She also was the vice president of the NAACP from 1940 until her death in 1955. But what I love most about her is what she said, was that her fight for racial equality came from her love of her skin color. This is what she says: "I have never been sensitive about my complexion. My color has never destroyed my self-respect, nor has it ever caused me to conduct myself in such a manner as to merit the disrespect of any person," she wrote. "I have not let my color handicap me. Despite many crushing burdens and handicaps, I have risen from the cotton fields of South Carolina to found a college, administer it during its years of growth, become a public servant in the government of our country, and a leader of women. I would not exchange my color for all the wealth in the world, for had I been born white, I might not have been able to do all that I have done or yet hope to do. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. Faith in God is the greatest power, but great too is faith in oneself." And I find that personally to be so incredibly inspiring, to love who you are, embrace who you are and how you look and what you can contribute to this world. So I hope you all think a lot about these amazing people who are influencing our lives and noted African American historical figures that have shaped where we are today. So thank you, Francis Parker. Let's make it a great day.